It's mine, whose world is this?
Taking over in the landscape of the kicks and copping any bricks off fire you desire. My rock maybe flip. It's season, you never trip. Get them early, I never miss no bite. But if they hot, make it to the court, they cap. Now welcome to Bobby Sneaker World. Sneaker World, yeah, Bobby Sneaker World. Sneaker World, Sneaker World.
Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Bobby Sneaker World, and I am back with another video. It is the next day after I put out my most overrated sneakers of the decade. Now that is what I'm talking about. That's what I've been wanting ever since I started creating content on this platform, is engagement. And it took me to make, a little bit of, not controversial because it's not that deep, but, a video that got people talking. And I love that it got people talking down in the comment section of my last video. So if you haven't watched that last video, go back and watch my opinion on the most overrated sneakers of the decade from 2009 to 2019. It's some very, very unpopular opinions being, that I was given on that video. But I appreciate everybody that commented down below. It's all in good fun, man. Some things, even as sneakerheads, we don't all like the same things. And I had it's not that I didn't like the sneakers that I put on that list. I just think that some of those sneakers are overhyped for, the release. That was all that meant, since some of those sneakers are actually dope, but, they're just a little bit overhyped. But anyway, I hope that this video does the same thing. This video was a lot harder than I anticipated making. As you can see from the title of this is going to be, I pulled this from the comments of the last video. This is going to be the best sneaker releases of the past decade from 2009 to 2019. So we're going to get into this list, but before we do, if that big button down below is still red, you're doing it all wrong. Make sure that button is gray. Come over here and join the movement. Subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up, man. That last video has less than 100 views, and I'm fine with it. I'm not mad about the view count. But make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the way in or the way out, whatever you're doing, just to get the videos boosted up here on the platform so everybody can join in the conversation. So I really would appreciate that, man. But I love to get people talking. So this, I wrote down a bunch of sneakers as well, just like the last video. And this one was a lot harder. It was easy for me to make things that I didn't like, but as a sneakerhead, when you see sneakers, there's a lot of things that you like. So we're going to get into this list. I'm gonna try to jump right into it. I've already been talking for a little bit of time, and let's get into it, man. So starting off, we're gonna start off with 2009. Obviously, 2009. I couldn't get past 3 sneakers. I couldn't narrow it down to one. So I'm gonna try to run through these quick so this video isn't too long. Number 1, I put the eggplant colorway of the Nike Foamposite. Super dope sneaker. Only 2 Foamposites I've ever owned in my life is the, Royals, I believe, and the eggplants. Super dope. That was one of them. And Space Jam 11. Space Jam 11 is obviously a classic. I couldn't leave it off the list as far as best sneakers of the decade. Space Jam 11 is on there, 2009. And the Yeezy 1. Now, in yesterday's video, I told y'all that the Yeezy 2 was absolutely trash. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the aesthetics. I don't like it. It's just my opinion. But in 2009, there were, I think, 3 different colorways that dropped in this. I do kind of like this, and it's an influential sneaker. It's a big, it's a really, that's a sneaker that I would want today and wear. Actually, I would wear it. Obviously, I can't afford it, but that's neither here nor is it there. But let's keep moving. Let's keep rolling. Next year, 2010. What all do I have on there? I have our honorable mention. I got the cool gray 11s on there. It's not a huge sneaker for me, but I know it's a lot of people that watch my videos are really big, and they hope that the cool gray releases this year 11. So I put that on the list. The whole Ben 23 collection, you can pick and choose which ones you like out of that. As far as those are like really expensive, really high quality, of a select few of the Jordan retros. They were made into a Ben collection, and those are really expensive, very exclusive. Not all of them are dope just because they're exclusive. And I also put my favorite from that year, 2010, is the LeBron 8 South Beach. Never owned it, but I think that was the dopest sneaker that released in 2010, in my opinion. Moving on to 2011, and I think this is hands down the best sneaker that released in 2011, is the Asics and Ronnie Fieg Gel Lyte 3, the Salmon Toes. Fire. Now those are going for over $1,000 in my size. It's not something I'll ever own, but I think that those are dope. But I am also a big Asics fan. A lot of people don't even rock with Asics or care one way or the other. That's my opinion. If you got another sneaker for 2011, I'm sure there's a lot, but my number one for that year would be the Salmon Toe Gel Lyte 3s. 2012 was a huge year. Now, a lot of people would put the Galaxy foams or the Paranorman foams on there. Paranorman foams are extremely limited. There were only 800 pairs initially made, and you had to do a whole bunch of gymnastics to get the sneakers and stuff like that. I get all that. Wouldn't make my list as far as that year, but 2012 was they had like 4 or 5 Jordan 4 releases. They had the white cements, which would be my favorite, the Cavs colorway, military blue, black cements, and the Thunder, all released that year. All of them released that year, 2012. So that would be my 2012 releases. Best sneakers of the decade. 2013. I'm going to say what some people would put, the Royal 1 came out, Jordan 1 came out in that year. That would be some people's number one. I'm a big Jordan 1. That's my favorite silhouette, but it wouldn't be my number one just because of something else to release. The Jordan 3 black cement, or how, like the 88, the free throw lines came out that year as well. Dope. But my number one, something that I probably never owned as well, is the DB5. I think that that's the best Doernbecher to release. That's just my opinion. I had to look through all of them again, but in my opinion, the DB5 with the 3M and the words all over it, fire. Very well executed. 2013. 2014, I have the Lance Mountain, the SB Jordan 1s, and I think the Fragment ones also dropped that year. Now the Fragment ones, I like the colorway and the color blocking, but it's just a basic Jordan 1 to me. Like, it could be the resale and the hype behind that with the collaboration with I almost left it off just because of that, because I feel like that could be like overhyped too. I like the colors, but I hate the hype behind it. I don't know, something about it turns me off. So I'm just gonna go Lance Mountains on that. I'm gonna go Lance Mountains just because I'm being petty. Anyway, 2015. There's a few on. See that, man. Now, all right. Yeezy 350s, the original, not V2s, the original 350s released that year. I think you got Turtle Doves and some other colorways. I don't know the names of, Moon Rocks or something like that. All that other stuff. Really dope. Like, I would love to have a pair like the original black pair, or the Turtle Doves or something like that. Can't afford anything like that. Now, 750s also released that year. I don't think they've released again since. But I would love to have like an all black pair. Those to me are like a designer boot type sneaker. I actually like those. A lot of people hated those sneakers when they released. not something I went for. I don't even think I was buying anything like that. I definitely wouldn't have bought anything with that high of a retail back then. But if they were to re-release now, I would definitely try to go for a pair. So those released in 2015, Chicago ones, obviously, that would probably be my number one. And a sleeper, the Air Max 95 Neon, the OG, the Volt, those are my favorite Air Max 95 of all time. Like the original OG 95 Neons, fire. Those four released in 2015. Well, at least, I mean, you know, in that year, for that year, that was 2016. I have three. No, I'll just say two of them. The Jordan 12 Flu Games, definitely got to be one of the best releases of 2016. And the Jordan 1 Top 3. It might not be on some people's list, but it did release that year. It would be on mine just because I never got a pair and I would love to have a pair. Moving on, 2017, two Off-Whites releases. Now, this is not just because of the hype. I actually think that they were dope. Off-White Chicago 1's release that year, 2017, and Off-White Nike Presto. Now, those are both going for thousands of dollars on the resale market. Never going to own any of those. I think I went for Off-White Prestos and took a big L on sneakers, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't remember. 2018, a sneaker that I actually did hit on the shock drop and sold. Unfortunately, I wish I didn't. Off-White UNC Jordan 1s. This is when I first started making YouTube videos, and I actually hit on, I think I made a video. If I did, I'll put a card up. Well, I know I made a video, but if I can find it, I'll put a card up. Hit on the shock drop on those, but sold those. Should have kept them. What else? The Wave Runners, the Adidas 700 Wave Runners dropped. I finally got a pair this past year. Bread Toe 1s. Still my favorite Jordan 1 that I have in my current collection. That's probably the most worn sneaker that I have in my newest collection. And the Sean Wotherspoon Air Max 197. So those will probably be sneaker. I think they were sneaker of that year of 2018. And that's something that I never was able to obtain, but those are definitely on the list. In 2019, there could have been a list of sneakers that you could have put on there. The few that I put the Jordan 1 SBs, the LA to Chicago's that I took L's on, but those were dope. Sacai waffles, man, have eluded me at every turn, man. I really wanted a pair of those. I think that those were dope as far as they have to be on my list of the one of the top sneakers of the decade. Not any color, but a few of the colors are fire. The multicolored ones are dope. Hopefully, prayerfully, this year in 2020, they're supposed to be having an all black pair and an all white pair coming out. I want that all white pair, but you know, I'll speak it into existence. I'm going to have a pair. I'm trying to be optimistic. And also, I mean, you can put the Travis Scott 6 or the Travis Scott 1 High, some people lows, whatever, as one of the sneakers of 2019. I didn't hit on any of those pairs either, but I think I really wanted the one way before it came out. Couldn't hit on that. Really wanted the 6. Couldn't hit on that. The lows I didn't necessarily want. I wasn't really feeling. I would gladly take a pair for retail, but those have to go in 2019, and whatever else you want to add to the list. But I want to thank y'all for watching another one of my videos. Like I said, man, the engagement was incredible on the last video. I'm sure that I'll still be getting comments going forward. It's only been a day since I dropped that video, and you know, the views aren't there, but the engagement is, man. So hit the thumbs up button, comment down below on the list, man. Hopefully this video is a little quicker than yesterday's. But if not, hopefully you watch to this point and you continue to rock with the channel. I'm going to get out of here. OV!